Hey, Mr. Style Estate, stop there. I need your help. Greg, you need my help? You, like, me? Yeah, you. So, basically, in designing the iPhone 12s, we are spending a lot of money, especially with Touch ID underneath the display. So is there any way of replacing this feature? Well, instead of using Touch ID, you can just use Face ID, right? Like, you don't need both biometrics? Well, that's what I thought, but people really seem to want a way to actually unlock the phone without taking off the mask, because right now you can't unlock with Face ID with the mask on. No, we can just find a feature to bypass the mask. What? What do you mean bypass the mask? Well, here, look. If you're wearing a mask, you can still see the top half of your face, right? So you can use Face ID to scan there. Sure, it's not going to be as accurate, but hey, you know what? Better yet, we combine it with the Apple Watch unlock feature. You know how on all of the Macs you can unlock it with the thing, the freaking watch? Yes, I think I'm following. Okay. If you're holding the phone and you're wearing the watch at the same time, your phone can be like, oh, I'm close to the watch, and then you can scan your face with the top half, then you get unlocks. That's actually genius, wow. I'm getting a raise, and since you just saved Apple millions of dollars, I'm going to give you a $500,000 bonus by the end of the month. 500,000 bonus. Why not 1 million? Hey guys, so this is actually my third time recording this video because both times before I've been using a microphone that was actually broken. So I had to redo the video basically. This is a few days later. I've got a new microphone. Hopefully this video is still equally as informative. I know it's not as flashy, the backgrounds don't change, but just if it helps with delivering my points, then hopefully it still works for you guys. Alright, pause. I am interrupting this program right now, not because I'm stealing this line from WandaVision, the TV show, but because I want you guys to watch to the end of the video to see how the short skit at the beginning of the video actually plays out. So if you guys are interested, please stay tuned to the end and you'll see how it ends. Please just don't skip forward because that really defeats the purpose. Alright, back to the video. So we'll be talking about the new Apple Watch unlock features. And currently, the feature, as shown in the short skit earlier, it unlocks every single Mac device right now. So every Mac you can get right now in the Apple Store, you can unlock with an Apple Watch. Even the ones with Touch ID. And none of the Macs currently feature Face ID, which to me is quite trivial because Apple's new feature, the Apple Watch iPhone unlock, only works with iPhones with Face ID. I know it's a lot harder to actually steal a MacBook and open the lid, unlock it, than it is with an iPhone. But still, I think it should still be a feature or just an option for people, where if they want to sacrifice a bit more on security, they can. Say like with an iPhone 6s, iPhone 7, iPhone 8, where they don't have the Face ID sensors, they can still use Apple Watch Unlock. I know you might be thinking, oh, but why would they need it when they have Touch ID? Well, sometimes if your fingers are wet or it's greasy or something, you just cannot use Touch ID. First of all, it's not good for your home button, and second, just wouldn't register. Which is why I think Apple Watch Unlock is still really, really helpful for people who don't have Face ID either. So I think they should move this from the Mac to also be a feature on the iPhones and iPads. Currently, I've been beta testing this iOS 14.5 Beta 2 software for about a week now, and the iPads don't have this. Only the iPhones can be unlocked via the Apple Watch. And not even my 2020 iPad Pro, which is quite trivial because I don't understand why it doesn't. It has Face ID, and I think it makes a lot more sense to put the Apple Watch unlock feature on the iPads than on the iPhones, as again, the iPhones can be easily taken away, which will be something we'll talk about later. But the iPads itself, like sometimes if you put it on the Magic Keyboard, you open the lid, it should be a lot easier to implement this feature. So I really hope this is just a beta thing and they actually do, in fact, go forward with adding it onto the iPads itself too. And finally, I do think this feature is an amazing feature, despite what I'm about to say later in the video. So basically what it's supposed to do is save time, and sure, it does that really well. My passcode on my phone is actually 62 digits long. That's not an exaggeration, it's actually how long it is. And I'm not paranoid, I think it's fun to make it really long, especially I don't need to type it that often. It's really like once a week that I really have to type in my password, as most times I use Face ID. However, since now we have to wear masks more often, and if I'm outside or if I'm at school, I have to wear my mask, which means I have to actually type in the whole 62-digit long password. And that takes a long time, like it takes about 30 seconds or sometimes even longer, which is why I think this really helps me with my workflow. So at school, I've been using the Apple Watch Unlock feature, and so far it's been working pretty well. It unlocks most times, although sometimes I don't know why it doesn't work. I have to turn my wrist and then it shows that it's unlocked. But this feature does have a lot of downsides, at least as of now. I've categorized most of the downsides into two categories. There's accessibility and there's security. These are the two major problems that I think Apple needs to fix before they roll this feature to the public. First is accessibility. To elaborate on what we said earlier, this feature only works on currently iPhones with Face ID, and you need an Apple Watch. It doesn't work on iPads as of now, and hopefully it will be implemented, but currently it's not available. And also, it doesn't work on iPhones with Touch ID. I think Apple can make this a lot better and make this accessible to a lot more people just simply by allowing them to somehow open it with their AirPods case or another device that uses Apple's chips. Because AirPods and Apple Watches, they used to have the same chips inside. Also, if they release their AirTags, maybe they can use that as well. I'm not sure how the technology would work, and I am definitely not someone you should consult the actual chipsets and just the technical parts of it. So this might just be totally wrong. And if you understand these things, please leave it in the comment section down below, because I would really like to know how these things would actually work. But it's just not as accessible to most people. You need an Apple Watch, you need one of the relatively new phones, and currently it's just not as accessible to most people. You need the latest phones, you need an Apple Watch, and just hopefully they can implement this feature later to Apple Car Key as well, or other devices that require a password. Apple Car Key is basically just the ability for you to unlock your cars with your watch or with your phone. Maybe they can make it more secure by scanning your face and the watch at the same time. So that could be something they implement. And as I said in the skit, I worded it as like an alternative to Touch ID, and hopefully it is, because I don't think Apple adding Touch ID into the phones will be a good thing for us, the consumers, because whenever they add a new feature that is expensive, they usually increase the price of their products. So sure, it's a good feature, and I'm sure it'll help a lot of people, but Touch ID still isn't as necessary as Face ID. It's 10 times less secure, and just overall, it's a redundant feature for most. So if I can save money and not get that feature, I totally would. Now, this brings us to our next point, which is security. How secure really is this feature? Right now, it's not secure at all, and I can think of a lot of problems with it. The biggest issue right now is that, you know how it's supposed to scan the top half of your face? It doesn't do that very well, and I don't even think it really scans your face at all. I was able to fool my device with my hand. So I was wearing my watch, which is the authenticator, and then I used my hand. So pretending my hand was my face, I put it against my phone, and guess what? My phone was able to be unlocked. I was just really confused when that happened, but now I realized maybe the phone it's not even accurately looking at your face. Maybe it's just looking for something in the proximity of the Face ID sensors. And if this is going to be how it is when it rolls out, then that will not be secure at all. If you're just wearing your watch and you lay your phone on the table, or if you're like wireless charging or something, someone can just take your phone and then just put their hand up to the phone, and then bam, they're in. Yeah, your watch does come up with this notification saying your phone's been unlocked, and you can lock your phone that way. But it still gives the person a few seconds to actually do something on your phone. Maybe it's access your photos or access your messages. I'm not sure what the implications are, but I know this is an issue that should be solved. There are a lot more problems with this too, but I believe these smaller issues can be easily solved by Apple in the next few betas. Like for example, right now, someone can slide their fingers underneath the Apple Watch and then take the Apple Watch off that way without the Apple Watch actually knowing that it's been taken off. So every single time you take off an Apple Watch like this, it's no longer unlocked. Now it presents the passcodes. But if you put it on and you type in the password, now it's unlocked. You can slide your finger underneath the watch. Okay, so first you do this, slide your finger underneath the watch, pick it up, and look, it's still signed in. So this is an issue that because the Apple Watch is what's unlocking your phone currently, as it's not actually scanning your face. Someone can take your Apple Watch if you're taking a nap or something and have access to your phone. I think this currently is a major issue, but in the future, I'm sure Apple can implement some safeguard to prevent this from happening. And I just want you guys to know that in the near future, maybe in a few months, you guys will have access to this feature, and I'm sure it will save a lot of time. And I have faith that Apple will be able to fix all of the issues I've detailed in this video. Alright, thank you all for watching this. See you guys next time. And here is the skit, or the ending of the skit that I promised. Solid State, I'm sorry, but $1 million is really quite steep. We can't do that. What about this? What if I somehow make this feature even better? I'm listening. Because that we are making Apple Car Key, so you know if you have your phone in your pocket and you walk to a car that has Apple Car Key enabled, you can unlock the car that way, like the Tesla key fobs without the key fobs? Sure. What if instead of using your phone's Bluetooth to unlock Apple Car Key, we use the Apple Watch with Apple Watch Unlock? And if you are a bit paranoid, you can use your phone's camera as well. So instead of using Bluetooth on your phone to unlock your car, we can use the Apple Watch. And if you're a bit paranoid, you can enable this feature where it scans your face in combination with the Apple Watch. That's pretty secure, right? That's true. But what if you forget your watch at home? Right, here, I have a better idea. What if we add the same feature to the iPads, the Apple TV, HomePod, we just make everything pass-locked? I don't think so. Okay, fine, but I have one last implication. Please just hear me out. Okay, what is it? What if we use the iPhone to unlock the Apple Watch? Okay, oh my god, yeah. That's genius. You get that $1 million and have a great day. Thanks, why not $2 million?